Hi there and welcome to Connecticut Style. I'm Teresa LaBarbera. We're so glad you're joining us. Coming up, Alan Katz is a comedy writer whose world revolves around being silly. Today, he'll talk about his newest children's books. Ricky Vargas is the funniest kid in the world and born to be funny. Later, we'll talk with artist Joy Brown. She'll tell us about what goes into creating her sculptures, which are currently on display at the Mattituck Museum in Waterbury. But first, I'm here with food writer Adrienne Kane. Adrienne, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
So you're also an author. Tell us about your book.
My book is United States of Pie, and it chronicles all historical regional pie books from around the country.
Sounds delightful.
Thank you.
But today we're making rice pudding. Tell us about it.
Yes, rice pudding is just one of those cold weather treats that everyone loves.
It's perfect.
So this has apricots in it as opposed to raisins.
All right, well, we're going to get started in just a bit. Adrienne, look right into camera too. Tell everyone at home what they need to do.
Sit back and relax. You're having lunch with style.
At a magnet school, there's a lot of unique opportunities so students can kind of focus in on different skills.
I think the magnet schools really help students find a passion for learning.
Their interesting passions can be integrated into high school experience is essential for their success.
Students are really showing their learning in ways that just, bring tears to your eyes because they're so successful.
When they graduate as seniors, they'll be ready to go to four-year colleges.
Save big during Empire Today's 70% off sale. Call or go to EmpireToday.com to schedule a free in-home appointment. Get beautiful styles and colors 70% off. Carpet for every room in your home 70% off. Empire makes it easy. You shop at home and get professional installation when you want, even next day. Don't miss Empire's 70% off sale. Schedule now. Go to EmpireToday.com or call
800-588-2300 Today.
The annual Code Winter Clearance is finally here. Only at Code Rugs can you enjoy deep discounts on all fine hand-knotted and power-loomed room-size rugs and staircase treatments. Every rug in our entire showroom is winter clearance priced to save you more. Searching on the net? Price it there, then buy it here at the best savings of the season. The annual Code Winter Clearance event going on now at Code Rugs, conveniently located in Orange and Guilford.
So a lot of grown men wouldn't appreciate being called silly, but when your career is built on laughs, it's considered a badge of honor. Alan Katz is an Emmy-nominated comedy writer as well as a children's author and has more than 30 silly titles under his belt, including his latest Ricky Vargas series, The Funniest Kid in the World and Born to be Funny. Welcome back to the show, Alan.
Thank you so much.
You've had a very impressive career.
Well, thank you. A silly, impressive career.
Silly, impressive. Let's talk about some of your accomplishments.
Well, sure. I spent a lot of years working with Rosie O'Donnell on her old TV show 10 years ago. I spent 5 years there co-writing a lot of her songs that she would do parody songs and games with the guests and all that. It was 5 years of great fun. And in fact, we worked with her this past year on her show on the Oprah Network.
Oh,
Went
great.
back and forth to Chicago every week for several months. Good experience.
Yeah, absolutely. So when did you start writing children's books?
Well, it was actually my daughter who's now at UConn. She's a junior. We have to say hi to Simone.
Hello, Simone.
And Ashley and, and Lindsay. And she said, how about writing some funny songs for kids after having participated in 1,000 parody songs over the years at the Rosie Show. And that became the book, Take Me Out of the Bathtub and Other Silly Dilly Songs. And there were song parodies in there to well-known tunes. So instead of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, it's Stinky Stinky Diaper Change. And that's, caught on over the years. And there are now 9 Silly Dilly songbooks in all, including a potty training book and a Christmas book and a lot of funny, silly songs.
Have fun. You have 4 kids, correct?
I have 4 kids.
I'm sure they were your inspiration, right?
Absolutely. Simone is 20, and my son Andrew is 18. He's heading to Northwestern in the fall to embark on a career in the media, hopefully. And we have twin boys, Nathan and David, who are 12. David starred this past weekend in Grease, at was one of the stars of Grease at the Weston Middle School.
Sure.
and his twin brother Nathan is a terrific swimmer.
Sure.
And their mom is an awesome journalist. I have to get everybody in.
You do. I'm glad you do. What a
Otherwise,
fabulous family you have.
it's a fabulous, fabulous family. My wife is a Pulitzer-nominated journalist, and she does the serious stuff in life, and I do the silly stuff, and together the kids kind of
nice combination,
learn the
right?
difference. Right.
That's great. All right, well, let's talk about Ricky Vargas.
Sure.
Why is he so funny?
Well, Ricky Vargas, you know, it's fun to be funny. It's fun to get laughs, but there are times and places to be funny. I always say I visit a lot of schools all around the country, and I like to say that making a joke when appropriate is a good thing.
Sure.
But making a joke at anybody else's expense is a terrible thing. And, you know, it's good to be funny, but it's more important to be kind. If somebody makes a joke and 5 people are laughing and 1 person feels bad, that's not a good joke.
Right. That's a good lesson to learn.
I think so.
Sure.
I think so. So Ricky Vargas is a very funny kid, but he also learns, not that he's mean, not that he's ever disrespectful, but he learns that there are times where it's okay to be funny and there are times it's not. And that's also a good lesson. For example, make a funny face in school, not so terrible. Make a funny face during the class picture, you got trouble.
That's true.
So
that's true.
Ricky is acknowledged as the funniest kid in the world, although I'm sure everybody watching has a kid who's equally funny, because kids are funny, let's face it.
They're pretty entertaining. Now, did you make him up, or is he based on somebody?
I made him up, although he's based on me, and he's based on my kids, and he's
Sure, a
based
little bit
on
of all of them,
funny
right?
kids everywhere. And it's a new form, I think. It's a chapter book for kids who aren't quite ready for chapter books.
Okay.
It's very heavily illustrated. By the wonderful Stacy Curtis, a man by the name of Stacy Curtis, who I have not met. He's in Illinois. And for example, it says, Ricky is funny in gym. And the coach is saying, I told you to put on gym clothes. And Ricky says, oh, I thought you said put on Jim's clothes. Sorry, Jim. So poor Jim is waiting for his clothes back there.
See,
but as you
funny.
read it, it's you know, there aren't an awful lot of words in the book, but there are 3 stories in the book. And it's heavily illustrated to give kids who aren't quite ready for chapter books, aren't ready for wonderful books like Dan Gutman's Weird School series, which are our favorite books. But they want to read chapter books.
About how old are we talking? When do you think it's geared towards?
Well, 1st grade, 2nd grade.
Sure, okay.
You know, accelerated kids in kindergarten who are reading. And it's just, there are 3 fun stories, and they're short and well illustrated. And there's a message to each one.
Sure.
So the first one, Ricky Vargas, the funniest kid in the world, has been out not quite a year. And Ricky Vargas, Born to be Funny, was released this past Friday, February 1st.
That's fantastic.
And 3 more stories about Ricky entering the talent show, about Ricky having an unfunny day, about a substitute teacher.
Well, he can't have an unfunny day,
Can't
right?
have an unfunny day. And the kids all try to cheer him up, because if Ricky isn't happy, no one's happy.
I see.
But it has a happy ending.
All right.
So they're
right here, readily available,
readily
correct?
available everywhere you buy books.
All right, let me ask you, Alan, what advice do you have for aspiring comedy writers?
We don't need any more comedy writers. We really don't. I think my son and I have it covered.
That's it, you're done.
So if you want to laugh, you know, there are books, and you just, listen, there are so many outlets these days, and it's been wonderful to watch, you know, Andrew in high school, because he's making films. You know, anybody with a camera and a computer is a filmmaker.
Sure.
You know, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, if you wanted to have a radio show, you had to be on the radio. Well, now you can do a podcast. Now you can have a blog. Now, you know, so the creative outlets are easy. And I say to anybody who wants to create anything, do it.
Why not,
because
right?
if you don't
there
do
are
it,
opportunities.
if you don't do it, you're turning yourself down. You know, there are enough people out there to say, nope, you can't do something. But give yourself permission to be creative, whether it's funny. And the other message I want to send out there is, these books are funny. You introduced me as a silly guy, but not everything is silly. And I say that to kids all the time. Read, have fun with these books, and then go to your library, go to your bookstore, and find books that are serious, that are more, you know, educational, that will teach you about other cultures or other planets or other countries or presidents or whatever. Have fun with books no matter what you're doing. They'll take you on great adventures.
At least you're picking them up and reading them, right?
I hope so. I hope so. You know, this is, it's a joy to reach kids and make them laugh.
Sure. What's next for you, Alan? You writing some more books?
Yeah, some more books, some new stuff coming out. Maybe we'll talk about that come summertime.
Soon. All right.
And appreciate it.
Sounds great. All right. The name of Alan's latest book series are the Ricky Vargas series, The Funniest Kid in the World, and Born to be Funny. Alan, again, thanks again for being here.
Thank you, Teresa.
Up next, we are heading into the kitchen to learn how to make rice pudding with apricots. Sounds good. But first, take a look at this.
It's time for the Connecticut-style medical tip of the day from MidState Medical Center. Eat fish to help your heart. Eating fish just once or twice a week may significantly reduce the risk of heart attack. The protective value of fish comes primarily from the type of polyunsaturated fatty acids called omega-3s found in its oil. This medical tip is brought to you by MidState Medical Center. Visit midstatemedical.org.
Me? I just moved here from out of state, so it seemed like the right time.
I spent a lot of time finding the right car. Then I called Amica for the best car insurance.
Who chooses Amica for car insurance? People who call for a great price and discover an exceptional value.
So we just got married, and now we have to decide whose car insurance we're going to keep.
There's no way I'm leaving Amica.
I know.
I'm not.
She's not.
Me? I have a new house, so I saved a lot of money by getting auto and home insurance when I called Amica.
And their life insurance is really affordable, too.
Saving money is a good reason to call Amica for a free auto insurance quote.
Me? I think when you compare the coverage, the service, the price, and our financial strength, you can't make a better call.
And when you call, you always talk directly to Amica. There's nobody in the middle.
Go online or call for your free, no-obligation quote. It's fast and easy.
We're ready for your call right now.
If these legs could talk, they'd say, you're not just a mother, you're an airplane, a space shuttle, a vehicle of her limitless imagination. But like any good vehicle, everything needs to run smoothly, especially your legs.
Varicose and spider veins can be uncomfortable and get between you and those you love. Plus, they get worse if untreated. So call Vein Clinics of America or visit veinclinics.com.
Listen to your legs. There's a lot riding on them.
Some of you might remember having someone make you rice pudding. Today we're going to give this classic dessert an update by using apricots. Joining me now is freelance food writer Adrienne Kane, as well as the author of The United States of Pie. Adrienne, I love rice pudding. I'm so excited you're here, spicing up this recipe for us.
That's great. I think everyone loves rice pudding.
So before we start, though, tell us about your book and kind of the journey you took to create it.
Okay. The book, United States of Pie, is a regional historical pie book. So I did a lot of research, and then I updated classic recipes and made them modern and delicious.
Any standouts for you?
Well, we just finished the holiday season, so there was obviously a fabulous pumpkin pie, but then there is a eggnog pie with ginger snap crust, which is pretty spectacular also.
Very good. All right, well, let's get started with our rice pudding.
Okay. So in a pot, you will simmer 1 cup of water and half a cup of rice for 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then add 2 cups of milk and some chopped apricots.
Now, are they dried? Are they fresh? Or
they are dried apricots, so you can make this year-round, but it's really lovely in the wintertime.
And what made you decide to change out the raisins?
I changed out the raisins just because I felt like the recipe could use a little bit of an update, and I don't love cooked raisins, but I love cooked apricots.
Okay.
So then you will simmer that again for 10 or 15 minutes.
All right.
And then it's a classic rice pudding, which is made on the stovetop as well as in the oven.
Okay. So the oven preheated, I'm assuming?
The oven is preheated to 350 degrees. Do you want to crack those eggs?
Oh, I sure do.
So
hopefully there won't be any shells.
We won't tell anyone if there is.
Okay.
So it's 2 eggs.
Oh, that got messy. Sorry, Adrienne.
That's fine.
And I did it. But you know, I know this trick. If you scoop out the shells, they're like stick to the bigger shell. Have you ever heard of that?
How's that working for you?
Not as great as I hoped it would, but I think we got the shells out.
Good.
All right. Okay. Last time you asked me to do anything.
So you whisk those together. You add 1 cup of heavy cream.
Okay. And you definitely want to use whole milk with this too,
You definitely want whole milk. You definitely want heavy cream because it's rich and sumptuous, and it's dessert, right?
That's true. Live a little, right?
And 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And you whisk this mixture all together.
You're left-handed, Adrienne?
I am.
You
lefty. Not many people are lefty.
It's true, actually. We don't typically have cooks that are left-handed. I'm helping a little, in case you needed it.
Thank you.
All right.
And you will then add this custard base into the rice.
Okay. Oh, it smells good already.
You mix it up.
Oh, and the shell stayed behind. So
Oh,
that's good.
excellent.
Now you made a mess.
No, I did. No, it's my
I want to ask you about your cooking classes. I know you're at Gateway.
I will be at Gateway. It's February 12th. It begins. It's a Tuesday evening, a weekly baking class.
Oh, fun.
And it is just a general baking class. So we'll do pies, we'll do cakes, bars, cookies, and quick breads.
How fun. All right.
Yeah. So then you will go ahead and add
the whole mixture.
This
now, did you have to
whole
spray the
mixture
pan or anything?
into a buttered
Okay.
Pyrex or baking pan.
Okay.
We'll just
spread it around
make
a
sure
little.
it's evenly spread out. And then I use a bit of fresh nutmeg.
Oh, okay. Great.
And then you just grate it onto the top.
Oh, and it bakes right in there. You could see it on this over here.
Exactly.
Oh, good.
And I use the whole nutmeg because it's more potent and it lasts better.
Is that right? Rather than this type you sprinkle on? Okay, good tip.
And then you bake this in the oven for 30 to 45 minutes. It'll all depend on how, what size baking pan you have.
Great. And what the sprinkle, is that sugar on the top, or what do we do at the end?
No, it's just a bit of. Oh, this here is just the rice. It's a short-grained rice.
Got it.
Preferred.
That's a little different. I see. Very good. Well, we can't wait to try this at the end of the show. Where can we find your book?
Anywhere books are sold, yeah.
Sounds great. And we'll have the recipe over on WTNH.com. I can't wait to dig in. Thanks so much, Adrienne.
Great. Thank you.
All right. Up next, we'll introduce you to artist Joy Brown when Connecticut Style returns. Don't go anywhere.
Connecticut's most detailed forecast is only on WXEdge.com.
A car wreck can put you deep into debt. But imagine an experienced law firm whose main focus is to get you money.
I'm Carter Mario. It's our job to protect you from the bills and get you the money you deserve. With our no-fee guarantee, you don't pay us anything unless we win your case. Imagine that.
Get Carter. 1-800-900-6700.
At YoPlay, we want you to feel even better about your favorite flavors. So when you call, tweet, and post, we listen. That's why YoPlay Light and YoPlay Original are now made with no high fructose corn syrup. And why we use only natural colors and natural flavors in YoPlay Original. So anything else we can do for you, let us know. But you'll keep it to yogurt, right? Because we shouldn't really help with your love life. YoPlay, it is so good.
Art can be inspiring, especially when you know why and how it was created. Joy Brown is a sculptor and ceramic artist whose work has evolved through time. Her most recent works are on display at the Mattituck Museum. She joins me now alongside Dr. Cynthia Rosnoy, the museum curator. Ladies, thanks so much for being here.
Our pleasure.
Joy, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about your work. I know it's evolved over time.
Yeah, I've been working with clay for about 40 years. I grew up in Japan and studied pottery there as an apprentice for 3.5 years, and then I've been in Connecticut for the past 28 years.
Okay, and what are we looking at on the table here?
This is a sculpture, a figure. My roots are in pottery. I was trained as a potter, and over the past 30, 40 years, they've evolved into these sculptural forms. And this is kind of they're not really, it's not an idea, but it just kind of evolves out of working with the clay.
Sure. Let's put up some pictures and you could tell us exactly what we're looking at here.
Yeah. Well, this is one of the first kind of forms that came out of my work after being a potter. And they were little puppets about 35 years ago. And these are the ancestors to these figures that I'm making now.
Oh,
and
I see.
So this,
okay.
They've evolved from this original kind of form. And this is more like what they are now. They really kind of hold the spirit of how I'd like to be, kind of calm and aware and quiet and present. And I make these figures from the size of holding in your hand to very large.
Is that right?
This is a wall mural, ceramic mural that is relief. It's actually one panel of 3 that's at Hartford Hospital in their entryway, and it's about 20 feet long, the total. I'm also involved in some projects in China making bronze, and these are, this is me working on the plaster. And
that's a big one.
Yeah, you can really sit in their laps. These are the finished bronze pieces. And
oh, wow.
You can, they're in a public park in Shanghai.
Really? They just seem very happy pieces, calm, happy pieces.
Yeah.
Cynthia, tell me a little bit about the museum.
The museum is both an art and a history center.
Okay.
We focus on American art. The wide umbrella is American art, but we focus on Connecticut artists. And that's why Joy's work was especially significant, because it's a contemporary Connecticut woman artist, and her work is now in a newly used space, and that is a rooftop installation, sculptural installation space.
So just so our viewers know, her artwork is on the roof, and it was a little difficult to get there.
You know, access to this roof is through a ladder or through a lift.
Okay.
And on the roof are 21 pods.
Yeah, each one about this big.
And each one about 20 pounds.
Yeah.
So our staff, including our director, was there on the roof with Joy, moving them up through the lift, onto the roof. A great time.
Wow.
And we have a beautiful product that features one of the figures, something about 20 times this size, that got up on the roof, and then 20 pods. And those pods are something that started on the wall reliefs.
Yeah, they're kind of big, full forms with a little hole in them, and they're kind of like a seed pod or egg kind of feeling. And that's where the full of potential. It's
sure,
a kind of a,
I understand. How long will this be on display for?
This runs through March 31st.
Great.
And it's been something that people have many questions about. So Joy's going to present a program describing that.
Oh, when is that happening?
February 20th at 2 p.m. at Mattituck Museum.
Oh, very good. All right, well, let's put some information up on the screen. You can check out Joy Brown's work at the Mattituck Museum. It's in Waterbury, right across from the green, now through the end of March, as we mentioned. And then for more information, you can log on to the website artwithin.net.
Yes.
That's it. Very good. Ladies, thanks so much for being here, and thanks for sharing. I have to tell you, the Mattituck Museum really is one of my favorite little secret gems in Waterbury.
And is becoming a growing destination. We hope to see you again.
Very good. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, don't go away. More Connecticut Style after the break. We'll be right back.
Car wreck? Get Carter.
I'm fired up about medical bills. Think you're hurting now? Just wait till the bills are due. The wreck wasn't even your fault. So why should the bills be your problem? Call me. We know how to get your medical bills paid, even if you don't have health insurance. No insurance? No problem.
Car wreck? Get Carter. Call 1-800-900-6700.
Get fired up.
Dad, I noticed when you stay with us, you never record any of your TV shows.
Well, honey, he doesn't want to be a recorder hoarder.
Rita. Did you just rhyme, Mom?
He doesn't want to take up all the space on your cheaper thingy.
Rita, it's fine. Dad, look, it's not a problem. The Cox Whole Home DVR has up to 6 times more program storage than a standard DVR.
With the Cox Whole Home DVR, get up to 6 times the program storage of a standard DVR, starting at just $39.99 a month.
6 times? He's impressed. You've impressed your father.
With the Cox Whole Home DVR, you get up to 6 times the program storage, starting at just $39.99 a month. Plus, call now and get free pro installation for a limited time.
6 times the storage, 6 times the love.
Get Cox Advanced TV Plus with Whole Home DVR with up to 6 times the program storage, starting at just $39.99 a month. Switch to Cox today.
Who's got your back 24/7? News 8.
So what does the way you carry your handbag say about you? Wait until you see what one expert had to say about this. ABC's Abby Boudreau has the story.
Kim's a schlepper, Demi's a twofer, and Reese, she's hands-free. Experts say the way we hold our purses may be more revealing than you think.
So it's not just the kind of purse, it's how you hold the purse?
How you hold the purse says it all. You can tell if a person is insecure, if they're hiding behind their bag. You can also tell if a person is very trusting, where they have their bag in back of them. They don't care, they don't pay attention.
Beauty trend blog Refinery29 even has special names. You've got the twofer, which may mean you're feeling a little insecure. The schlepper, lots of bags and conveys you're in a rush and feeling tired. The thumb to pit, or the Sex and the City hold, suggesting you're street smart. And the hands-free look apparently means you're a little nerdy.
It's subconscious. They don't really realize what they're doing.
But this Real Housewife,
look at these
This comes in handy on the Housewives, let me tell you.
knows exactly what she's doing.
I always say, like in Beverly Hills, you see a woman walk in with her bag, and it's almost like the bag enters the room before they do. And the bag is, you know, very important to show this is who I am.
I did some homework and I looked up a bunch of pictures of you. Most of the time, you are leading with your bag.
Bam.
You are. It is the power hold.
The power hold.
Yes, it is.
We met at her store in Beverly Hills and got an impromptu lesson in purse holding.
What is the best way for people to hold their purse? What do you think?
I'm gonna go with this. Confidence.
So we decide to hit the streets with our body language expert. First, spotting this classic over-the-shoulder hold.
It shows that you're very secure and comfortable, and you're very precise.
Then this woman.
So you have no purse?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm on vacation and I wanted to bring something little.
It means that she doesn't care about the fashion. She's really concerned about getting to business.
And these three girls, our expert can peg their personalities in seconds.
She doesn't trust a whole lot of people. She's very, very cautious.
Hang on, so is that true?
Yes.
We even bump into actress Tori Spelling, whose purse holding and rapid speed tell us she had some other place to be. And based on my bag, can you tell what kind of mood I'm in?
You don't care if it matches your clothes. You don't care if there are toys sticking out. You're shouting to the world, shouting from the rooftops. I'm a new mom and I'm proud.
And she'd be right.
That's pretty interesting stuff. Who would have thought? All right, we are back here in the kitchen with all of our guests. Alan, tell us one more time the name of the books and where we can find them.
Ricky Vargas, Born to be Funny and the Funniest Kid in the World, anywhere you buy books, local bookstores. And AlanKatzBooks.com.
Very good. And you have the funniest kid in the world with you?
The funniest kid in the world. This is Andrew Katz. It's what I used to look like with hair. And he's a creative superstar as well.
Very good. Joy, tell us your website one more time.
Artwithin.net.
All right, and we're going to dig into this rice pudding, Adrian. Looks delightful. Your website?
Noshateria.com, and the book is United States of Pie.
All right, and of course the exhibits at the Mattituck Museum. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.